Hey, what's going on with it once again, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls? As always, talking to you buddies out there. This is the one and only, of course, Mr. Random Pop Culture News Freaker, aka Wolverine. You guys are the rest of towards this channel. Follow my social media links, such as Twitter X, either that or Instagram, BShoot, Brady, etc., etc., all this stuff. Once in a while, right? Once an extremely rare while, Deviant or Newgrounds. Extremely rare if I ever go there once in a while. And everywhere else in between, links to search bars down below if you want to check those out. And of course, as always, any of you guys truly care about my stuff, if you truly give a rat's about the whole about my thing, about truly give a rat's about dare about myself, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the video. And if you truly care about myself, subscribe to the channel, and all the other good stuff. And absolutely the whole world. Let me just case any of you guys, my old school freaking original classic subscribers out there, my original fans, my original fanatics, my watchers, my viewers, my people that were there for me for day one. I truly appreciate all of you. From the bottom of my heart, it's amazing. Thank you so damn much. Or if you just happen to stumble upon any of my videos or just my channel in general or any of my accounts, social media accounts on there in the description box below, appreciate it if you come along with this journey with me or an adventure with me. That'd be absolute BS badassness, absolute amazement. If any of you guys could truly want to come on this video, maybe even forever. And if not, it's just a one and done thing. You're never gonna see me ever again. I totally get it. I totally understand. It's all gravy. It's all classy. It's all flashy. It's all totally understandable. I get it. I'm trying to pull your arm and saying you should come to this channel forever, but if you want to, the option is always there. Anyways, that battle thing, I know I'm like, by the time you guys see it, I'm like 12, 13 days late on this thing. And it was like 9 days ago when it came out, going on 10 days. By the time you guys see it, it's probably 11 or 12 days old, so super late to this one. Dante from the freaking, I always forget if it's Capcom or Konami. It wasn't Capcom or Konami, it's the other one. Sega, the ones that created this thing. The Dante's freaking thing from the original franchise. I do remember playing Devil May Cry 1 and 2 way back in the day, in my middle school, high school days. Oh my god, I feel old as shit in saying that now, because someone was there was like 18, 19 years ago. By the time next year or after comes, like 20 plus years since I played the game. Never got to play Devil May Cry 3, and the last one I think was like 2019 or 2021, so it's been a little while since Devil May Cry franchise has been relevant. It's been a long ass time. Compared to the Final Fantasy one, they're always throwing hit after hit after hit. Like every 3 to 6 months, there's always a brand new Final Fantasy game for the main course series, like once every 2 years. The ones that are always on mobile games and all that shit, those go out like every 3 fucking 6 months really fucking fast. You know, I never really, if you've been on my channel for a very long time, unless you're brand new here for this channel, thank you very much. Welcome. Appreciate the hell out of you. You know, I'm not really like the biggest hardcore Final Fantasy fan. I never really gave too much of a crap about it. I was always bored the living crap out of me. And as far as music wise and like the storyline wise was good, it never really was on my cup of tea. If anything, the only 2 things I liked that were kind of like parodies or like the lesser successful version of that were like this Secrets of Mana, now known as the Trials of Mana. That, and then that other one, I forget what it was called. The same one that Akira Toriyama made right after Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Oh, fuck. I can't remember. I remember what the fucking franchise looks like, but I forgot what it was called. Something about time or whatever. But it looks really, really good, man. Hold on. I'll see you in a quick second so I can remember what it was called. Okay, I had to fucking Google or like DuckDuckGo search the thing. It was Chrono Trigger. I know that one was a really, really big one. I used to love freaking play. I can't believe I fucking that name escaped me for some damn reason on my brain. I don't know why that title did that. And then like stuff like that, Trials of Mana and the other shit like Dragon Quest a little bit. And then big time shit like the Parasite Eve 1 and 2. And it's funny because that was for like the same people that made Square Enix for all the Final Fantasy games, but for some reason I like that one a lot more. And even the Splinter Cell shit compared to like out of the Metal Gear Solid things, that was one of my favorite stuff growing up as 90s or 2000s compared to like all the Final Fantasy. And it's funny because some of my cousins, they loved the shit a lot of the mainstream stuff that was out there, the Resident Evil stuff, Final Fantasy, that was big at the time. And then, of course, old school platformers. The ones that I really, really was big into, but obviously, besides Crash and Spyro and the original Rayman before they did remakes remastered them years later. And they still never made a remaster. They just made like a remastering, like high definition version of it. It was Guess the Gecko earlier this year. And then they did it with Banjo-Kazooie and all that. And then they did it with fucking who else? Of course, they still make a lot of Ratchet and Clank games for PS4 and PS5 now. PS5 Pro. And sad they let the other 2, Jack and Daxter and Sly Cooper, just left to rot and dry in the dust, unfortunately. They could do so much more cool shit with that franchise, man. They really could. And then they never did anything with the other two that were really, really cool, like the Toomba series. And that was a really, really old school hidden gem. That and Jersey Devil. I wish I would have did stuff for them, but unfortunately got left in the dust. And they just did a couple months ago or a year ago, like late last year or earlier this year, I think, they did like a refurbished, like high definition version of Croc 2 or 3. I wish I would have did a remaster for it, a remake, but whatever. It is what it's so. Enough BSing and stalling around. Dante versus Clive, Final Fantasy Dude versus Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Enough yapping and BSing around. Let's truly jump into this bad boy head first. Got a little bit of video game industry news and a little bit of extra like drama news at the end, so stay tuned for that if you want to. All right, let's go. Oh, and it's a little bit more faster too, so link to the original one down below if you want to check that shit out for yourself. Let's jump into it. Let's see it.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
One and done. Let's freaking do it. Hopefully it's Dante that wins over the other dude. I'm really, really fucking hoping it's Dante that ends up being the winner of that thing. And if it's not, and I have a feeling it's the dude Clive for Final Fantasy Rothfeld who's going to end up winning it. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay, one more time. One more.
Hold on. Hold the fuck on. And we go for real now. Probably gonna get you one of the fucking Let's hope the other dude Dante gets it. I'm hoping he ends up winning.
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Oh shit.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Oh shit. Here we go. What's up? Oh, there we go. Demon Blade. I forget what all the things are. I haven't played this for so many years. Oh, I forgot he did some of the Michael Jackson Oh shit.
Fancy yourself a bard?
Damn! Let's go down to it. Let's go. I can get his ass. Not his little woo! Shit. Ooh! Oh yeah. You want to do Michael Jackson? Old rough Africa.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey.
Oh, I didn't know it could be called to myself. That was from part 4, part 5.
Time to see the light.
Yeah. Woohoo. Oh, jeez. I don't know his powers. One thing I know is that he turns into a dragon. I'm just glad that nigga was popular. Comes out of fuck it, dragon.
What the hell is that?
Oh, I thought he had like a van thing that he was able to stop. Oh yeah, they're going way fast. Holy shit, dude. God damn. That's wild. That's badass, I'll admit that. And then not a hardcore Final Fantasy. Oh, fuck.
Let's see what your monster can really do. The devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
Alright, send me another freaking monster demon thing. Let's go. Woo! Oh, fuck. Jeez. Oh. Uh-oh. That's what it's get wild. Okay. Jeez. Oh, fuck. Let's just smash those level of freaking fighting here. Attack him. Who's better on that? Woo! Oh, God. Oh, is it going to be a tie? I have a feeling it might be a tie. Oh. Smoking sexy again. Oh no. So he's gonna lose him now. Damn. Impressive, bro.
It's in a bag, Smokey. Chef Club, I need it free!
Oh! Woo! Oh no, he lost him, man.
In a
Dang.
fight like this,
I had a
goals will
feeling
be
it was gonna
nothing.
end up happening, bro. Shit, man. God fucking.
Hey-o! Okay,
No.
that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
Motherfucker.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had.
Maybe a little bit
This is
slower
best
then.
explained through
A
3
little bit
categories,
slower.
starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius can create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive
Yep.
defeated
I
them
don't feel
sans
like
their
these are
own
Final
super
Fantasy
forms.
characters.
Dante and Clive could both
fucking.
consistently intercept lasers at faster than light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to
Dang.
briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much.
Oh, yeah,
Dante
that's
and
what-
Clive could generally
Love
match each other blow for
I
blow,
heard it was
be it to
fast.
teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Imprey. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's Barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes. And abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His
Oh,
healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rothfeld.
Next time on Death Battle.
I want to say this one for a second video because I heard those rumors of things. I don't know, it's one of the Digimon people. I don't know, it's like the old school Thai dude or the other one from back in the day, Rika or Takato. And those dudes back in the day, or like, I don't know if it was the dude from Zatchbell or somebody from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or one of the Pokemon freaking anime fools are supposed to be going up against, I think, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Yama or whatever. Yu-Gi-Moto time. That one, when I see that thing on my own separate time, because that shit, I bet it's going to be really awesome, but I want to save it on a separate thing. So real quick overall thoughts, views, opinions, speculations, hot takes, vibes, feels, thoughts, as always, like usually, hot takes, wild takes, world views, bullet points, and of course, as always, what else is the tip point scales, and of course, as always, speculations on the topic at hand, and on top of the brain, top of the dome, my thoughts, my raw cut feelings about it, which obviously you guys, most of you saw. Oh man, I'm still really triggered a little bit. Not freaking devil triggered, chrono triggered, but oh man, that sucks so much ass that he had to win. I had a feeling he was probably gonna end up getting it. That was a way more bigger, over popularized franchise compared to the Devil May Cry series. I don't know, it still feels like it's a niche franchise compared to, like, you know, I think I always forget it's from Sega or Capcom were the ones that made that one up. Because it has that same style of freaking gaming. They always made ones that have Bayonetta versus Dante too. I think somebody made a really little video on that way back in the day. I wanted my girl Bayonetta to win over that, but hey, that's what it was. Good games, like they always say in the early 2010s, the GG no Rees from back then. Makes me wail as fuck, but whatever. My God, dude. Oh, it would have been so cool if freaking Dante would have won it over him. Oh, man. As you could tell, I was extremely disappointed. I was freaking earth-shattering for me. Whatever. That's how old school the franchise was for me. Because only 2 times I got to play the Devil May Cry series, since I lived, obviously, if you guys haven't seen any of my videos from way back in the past, or brand new here, I was raised in a very strict evangelical Christian household. I wasn't allowed to play that shit, but I was able to play either one of my cousins' places, because I only had like 2 other cousins growing up here in Vegas. That and like 4 or 5 of my friends' houses that would always let me borrow the game occasionally. That was the only time I got to play part 1, 2, and 3. I never got to play 4 and 5 though, for some reason. Damn. But it was what it was. Oh man, of course, always the voice acting, the freaking graphics. Fucking chef's kiss as hell, man. I got a lot of old school, like I said before in the reaction video. A lot of Smash Bros. And Smash Bros. Ultimate, like, vibes mixed with a lot of, like, freaking earth-shattering, like, freaking old school anime manga stuff from way back in the day, like, the 90s, early 2000s. Like, even before JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was, like, remake, as Master remake. A lot of Gundam series vibes with that, mixed with a lot of, like, Rekka 7 shit, and a lot of freaking, like, old school, like... Even though it wasn't like an anime series, an Americanized anime thing, like Megas XLR sort of vibes. When you guys remember that, you guys are really old as shit, like how I am. But anyways, you can go Google that if you want. Oh man, but it was still pretty good. Oh my God, the animation was top fucking notch. Cause I know the one they did before that was live action. I don't think I really liked it too much. I watched that one on my own personal time. I think it was the girl Buffy the Vampire that won over the wannabe Wesley Snipes character. And like, what was it called? Oh, I forget his name. The Blade dude. And that was a shame, because I didn't really care too much for Buffy the Vampire when I was a 90s kid, but I wasn't allowed to watch that shit either back then. So I missed out on a lot of freaking badass shit, unfortunately, on there. Other than that, that's all I guess for I'm out here. Links to Chris Zombie. Oh, gotta get to the freaking drama news and internet news, so I'll see you guys in a quick second. Hold up. Alright, so like I said before, I don't know if it was in the Fallout reaction review segment video I did, or the freaking Metroid Beyond Universes, or Beyond Planets, Beyond Universes, what it was called, Metroid 4 Beyond. Oh man. They actually did a live action one. It's only been 8 or 9 years ago when the freaking first Moana, like, freaking trailer came out, so I'm surprised Disney's doing that early. They could have saved it for, like, Pocahontas or Hunchback of Notre Dame, bro. So I don't know why they decided to fucking make a live action for that, because it's not even that old yet. And they give it like 15, 20, 30 years instead of like 7, 8 years ago when the first one came out. And then like literally the other one came out last year, like 2024. Or the year before, I forget it was 2023, 2024. And like they're already doing a freaking live action version for this. Like, come on, man. That's kind of upsetting, honestly. I wonder if they can make the dude Dwayne The Rock Johnson's going to play his original character. Like him, the way he voice acted. Because I did watch both those things. Obviously, I'm completely on my own time, so I'm not getting no freaking strike thing on there. Or they could have did one that was a little bit more, like, less known from the mid-late 90s. If any of you guys remember, like, if you grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, you knew what these freaking 2 franchises were. They didn't get enough praise for it, man, unfortunately. This one, Disney was still really good at the time. Not the Winnie the Pooh thing. There was 2 other ones I'm trying to fucking remember. There was the Goof Troop movie. That one was really awesome. Even though I had one of the main star celebrities, Goofy. And I know that's a real big character, like the freaking Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck and Daisy Duck and all those ones. And then the other one that was the Cowbell girl. I forget her name. Her name was Noella or Novala. And then the Mortimer Mouse dude later from House of Mouse. The Goofy movie, that would have been great if they did a remake, remaster, or sequel for that. Or hell, a fucking, I know they can't do a live action one. That would be weird as fuck. That, or they could have did like a remake or a live action version for like, I don't know if like, the old Robin Williams movie, rest in peace that I do, but back in the day, the Flubber movie was based off of Disney. I mean, they could do a part 2 for that, if they were the ones that were the original owners for that franchise. Anyways, other little bits and pieces of news real quick. Unfortunately, it's getting worse and worse every day for Ubisoft. It comes from AMP.com here, so I'll remember see if I leave links in the description box below. Last-minute suspension of analysts debating whether an acquisition financial issues behind the move. Says Ubisoft freezes stock trades after delays on the next financial result. I'm just going to read a little bit of this. It comes from Gabriel Huerta. I think Spanish. Got to be Spanish, Latin. Anyways, as Ubisoft, or if you want to say it, has announced the immediate delay to publications of the financial result for the first half year of the fiscal clip 2025-26, the French video game publisher released an unexpected press statement on November 13th, literally last week, just 15 minutes after scheduled the investors' call. This announcement was immediately followed by a request for Euronext to pan-European stock exchanges to halt the trading booth, shares of bonds, yada yada. I'm only going to read a little bit of this. You guys can read the rest of the room. The published statement reads, quote, Ubisoft's postponement of the release of the results for the first half year of physical clip for 2025-26. All right, they already said all this. And his bonds, I'm not reading any of those freaking letters. A whole lot of numbers are. From a marketing opening on November 14, 2025, until the publication of the first half 2025-26 results in coming days, Ubisoft will be informed the marketing date on the which will trade in the restaurants restarts. Ubisoft will be the market of data which will be trading results. All right, yeah, there's all that. And I'm surprised they haven't ran out of business. But eventually they're going to fuck around. I mean, they're going to be way extra screwed up a freaking 10-footage pole, my opinion. I don't know why this is all freaking out the way. Hold on. Oh, this one. This shit was crazy as hell. I'm not doing a video. I don't want to waste my breath on this piece of shit with that motherfucker. Extremely annoying ass news streamer. This kid, Gen Zer kid. Not gonna lie, he does. Any of you guys remember late 2010s? It was a really big thing. It's like, oh, this kid's got a punchable fucking face. He's got a punchable face, big time. YouTube star Jack Dorothy, or Dorothy, however you say it. I always called it Dorothy. Arrested in Miami over charges of a drug possession, resisting arrest. Watch. This popular YouTube streamer with millions of followers, known online for his controversial prank videos and flaunting wealth, was arrested in Miami during drug possession. The guy needs no introductions. Fuck him. I don't really give a shit about any of this fucking crap anyways. Popular YouTuber streamer, yada, drug possession, resisting arrest. Dorothy has 15 million followers on YouTube, 10 million on TikTok, and 3 million on Instagram. Fish often posts videos of pulling pranks and stunts. Late last year, October, he came to the limitation and he crashed $200 million or $1,000 McLaren driving a live stream. And obviously, anyone in this is Gen Z, they definitely know who this piece of shit motherfucker is. It's like how Johnny Somali and the other piece of fucking garbage ass motherfuckers kids are. It's like, he still looks like he's 13, 15 years old and he's 21, 22. That's the thing I don't understand. How in the fucking shit they let this fucking little piece of shit cocksucker, piece of bundle stick motherfucker still let him walk in the streets and he's harassing and bullying motherfuckers left and right. Thank God, I know the old school baby boomers, you say shit on my generation, millennials, oh, they're fucking destroying the country and all this shit in there. And nah, they're doing it a billion times worse than mine once did at the time. At least on those old school eras, times on MySpace, Facebook, and rest in peace of the really old school shit like Blog TV, Stickcam, and fucking Tiny Chat URL. At least back then, there wasn't as many crazy fucked up cyberbullies as it was. I know most of those were Reddit and 4chan at the time. There's barely any of these other fools. If he ends up being arrested life prison, that'd be great. Lock away up and throw away the goddamn key. This fucking poisonous nuisance tree, the motherfucker. He should never be walking the streets free ever again. Honestly. If I had a son or daughter I was watching, I'd never let them watch this fucking garbage ass motherfucker over here. Anyways. On this one, I usually don't talk about sciencey news and weather news. Shout out to my boy Richard Kamiko, aka Rich from Boston, my other dude KJ, and then more in the old school conspiracy theory / alternative media stuff news. It's saying that it might have been done by DARPA, a HARP thing that was making the weather, getting climate control, climate, you know what. I gotta call it climate range, because I know YouTube likes to put the stupid Wikipedia, forget what they call it, political fact post, fact check, or whatever. I hate that shit. There's enough photos. United States Southern Lights as far as South Florida. It comes from Rachel. How you say it? Treisman or Treisman? Okay. So it says geomagnetic storms brought the Northern Lights to much of the United States this week, aka last week, painting the sky in vibrant hues of green and pink. The aurora borealis was spotted on a large swath of states, including Idaho, Iowa, Missouri, New Mexico, New York. New Mexico wasn't that far away, but it was a little further down. Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, and Washington states. Northern lights were visible as far south of parts of Florida, Alabama. Relatively rare occurrence that highlights the severity of the streams. And I mean, dude, Richie, man, he was saying some other scary, fucked up, insane shit that these weird spiderweb things are going to end up taking over a lot of shit in the planet whenever whatever crazy fucked up psyop psychological event was coming up in April. They might be able to do fake holograms of Project Bluebeam shit, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's what that shit is. But it sucks because it looks really, really nice and badass looking to look at too. I don't know if it's Yashiro Yahweh Shum Jesus Gashers or this is from humanity and crazy fucked up mad scientists like the Bill Gates motherfucker doing the shit. I don't know. And then the last little bit of news, my tinfoil hat going off now. So it says, this one was silly as hell, man. It was supposed to be that long ago. What time was it? On the 18th, so it was literally yesterday. This QT Cinderella tearfully lashes out in a Streamer Awards backlash as Love with Mr. Beast chimens comes from Brad Norton. Never heard of this one. I don't know. May or may not do a freaking separate video on it. Who knows? So it says, I'm probably going to mess this up. Oh, no, I didn't. Cool. QT Cinderella organizers of Streamer Awards were teary-eyed when responding to the backlash for both viewers and the fellow content creators, which both earned a part of Ludwig Star and Mr. Beast chiming soon after. The annual Streamer Awards are the biggest celebration of streamer-oriented on the calendar, having it kicked off in 2022. QT Cinderella has put everything in the iteration show. The 2025 event set for December. Oh, I thought it already passed, so it was December. I was right. Boosts or boasts a range of categories spanning from best speedrunner streamers to the best streamer duos, and plenty of and more in between. Since early October, fans have been able to vote for their favorite personalities to be nominated in appropriate actions. Yeah, so overall thoughts, use, opinion, speculation. That I don't really give a fuck about any of this thing. To me, honestly, she always sounds like a fucking spoiled brat POS, honestly. I don't really care too much about her, man. I don't know if she's actually telling the truth or she I don't know nothing at all about this chick, barely much at all. The only thing I know is, I don't know. So she was raised in like a Utah home. She was probably raised in like an Amish home or a Mormon home. I wouldn't be surprised she was. Because I remember she even said a couple things that like her dad is a little bit, unfortunately, homophobic and he doesn't like LGBTQIA people. I'm be surprised he's a racist piece of crap too. Wouldn't shock or surprise me at all because not that far away from when it comes to Utah. It's up in Nevada. But my God, dude. One thing they do know how to do right is to make that really good ass fucking food. There's a certain like small thing that's been out for like 8-12 years around here in Vegas. If you ever come over here, it's called the Kneaders spot. Kneaders has real good ass fucking food. Oh my God, the freaking pancakes and really good ass fucking like what's it called, pumpkin bread and a lot of breads and filet French bread or whatever. It's fucking good ass just cause fucking food there. And then I heard they're really popular for just drinking soda and freaking pop there all the time instead of alcohol. I don't even know if that's a real thing because there was this fake reality TV show. I'm not sure if it was fake or real. Most of it's fake anyways. Like the Real Housewives of Utah or whatever. Instead of them drinking alcohol, they just drink a whole bunch of sugary stuff of soda and freaking, not vodka, but energy drinks. And that's it. It's wild. That's all I can say for now. I'm out of here. This video's been way too long enough. And wipe my hands clean with this one. That's it. Stay tuned for your conscious channel. Go to Video Game Ministries. I have my news, virtual drama news, virtual YouTuber drama news. And of course, there's always stuff as once in a while Elon Musk news. Of course, hyper reaction segments or normal regular reactions such as indie cartoon reactions, reaction segments to video game industry stuff or video game versus battle, death battle shit like the one you saw here. I really lost my shit in a good way and in kind of a bad way. And of course, either movie, live action or animation versions of movie to video game trailers or just Hollywood movie and trailers in general. Once in a very while, video sponsors. And that's it. Stay on the grind, stay easy, stay safe. All the easy, be yourself. Peace out, my soccer out. Lazy, my see you flip side. That's for this, share cautious. I'll see you guys next time. Don't take anything Big Pharma or Big Tech gives you. And don't take any of the poison in your body, no nanobots or any of that other scary ass fucked up shit from Big Pharma. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, stay extra safe. Once again, stay extra vigilant. I'll talk to you guys next time. I'm out. Goodbye. See you next time.